Hey, what's going on, guys? Tom Lloyd here with BeatDown Outdoors. We're here with Mike Ferrell. He's local here in Minnesota. We've been doing a lot over the years with a lot of different boats, but we wanted to give you a walkthrough here of this Crestliner walleye boat. So you can see, obviously, we're in a walleye boat. Mike, you like walleye fishing, you like all kinds of fishing, right? So
Yeah, so it was good to check out some of these products, and having an older boat and whatnot, I already had my boat rigged with my graphs and different types of mounts that we were accustomed to, and then seeing what BeatDown could do with the different solutions for not just bass boats, but walleye boats or multi-species boats in general. So when you and I talked, and we really didn't have an idea. It was just like, hey, let's see what kind of solutions we can come up with, and I think we knocked it out of the park, Tom.
yeah, absolutely. So we're going to start up front here at the bow. What we did, was running one Helix 9 here. So what we did was ran a flex. What this flex can do, you can have two different mounting options here. You can either mount it to the sidewall like he did here, or you can mount it to the floor. But either way, you have a full adjustability, range of use, left and right, up and down. It'll get it up there where you can actually utilize the screen. The other thing, while traveling, you can lay this over and lay it down on the deck of the boat, and that way it's not bouncing around. But this thing is rock solid. When you lock everything down here, you're not going to have to worry about anything. You can really go across the lake with this thing up if you want to, and it allows for a full adjustability whenever you need it. So we'll kind of move back to the back here, talk about the short single pole and why we did that particular mount back there.
So the one thing, Tom, why we did the short single pole back here is our organization takes a lot of differently abled veterans fishing, and being able to put a veteran or a first responder in the back seat here while we're trolling or jigging off the side of the boat, they don't always have to turn around and look at the graph on the console. So we took this and mounted it back here, and the nice thing with having it back here, Tom, is that graph can adjust up and down.
That's right.
Now with the single pole, even though you only get a little bit of depth or height on it, it's not bad. And the nice thing is then you can adjust that screen and they can see it a lot clearer. And that thing, I'll tell you what, that thing is rigid. Like, it doesn't move. The nice thing is it still articulates, it moves up and down, and it's not going nowhere. And the other beautiful part is it can still sit low enough so when we put our travel covers on and we're going down the road, it's completely covered still.
It's all out of the way, back there, good, rock solid. So one of the biggest challenges we have with any of these walleye multi-species boats is at the console. And really, it's not so much the console here, it's the windshield, right? So this windshield's obviously bowed around here, and so just having different graphs in here and trying to figure out the best solution for that. So what we came up with here is what we call a short single, or a short ultimate console mount, the single version of this. And so what you have is multiple adjustments that you can actually slide this left and right on this pole and then tilt it back and forth depending on the angle of that console. So you're going to get way more adjustability out of this ultimate single console mount here than any other mount on the market, because it allows you to put these feet wherever you want and really get that prime location for that single graph, or if you're wanting to run a double graph. It really just depends on how wide this console is and how it bubbles up. So in your experience so far, how has this really been as far as running this mount and really installing it, since you did the install on this yourself?
Yeah, so it, anytime you add rigging or rig your boat, it obviously presents challenges, right? And again, change. None of us really like change, but when it's for the better, well, I'll tell you, Tom, we put this thing in. It took some work, but again, a professional could do it. I'm a DIYer. Right. I've been around my boat enough to know it, but that thing is rock solid. It is tough. I mean, it's not going nowhere. I've had different brands in my boat, and if you're in any kind of water going 30, 40 miles an hour across the lake, the next thing you know, you're stopping, you're pushing your graphs back up.
That's
and
right.
They don't. This, just last week, we were up on Lake of the Woods in Ontario. We were going across 3-4 foot rollers and got back to the launch, and that thing was still right where it was when we left that morning. So,
Rock solid.
Rock solid. Again, it's adjustable. I think, Tom, we found a great solution for walleye boats and or windshield boats because looking at it, we do have room for some expansion here. And if you engineer it, walk through it, do some pre-measurements, you'll be able to get 2 graphs in here. It'll take a little bit of work, but I'll tell you what, it was well worth it. I'm super proud of it and super happy with it. And the nice thing is now I have some room for some flexibility as well in the future.
Yep, absolutely. So let's jump back here to this pole. This pole here is really one of the things that BeatDown's known for, other than just the rigid mounts, electronics mounts, things like that. But it's really a rigid solution for your live scope, Humminbird Mega Live, Lowrance Active Target, whatever the case is. You have this out of the box ready to go. And what we've done with these multi-species boats is, you know, we put it in a track system, so that track you already have on your boat, there's no more drill. You didn't drill a single hole with this, right?
No.
There's no single holes.
Nope.
And it just goes right into that track system. So
it locks down. And the nice thing with having a track, you know, as a walleye fisherman and or just a multi-species fisherman, I can move this thing all up and down my track.
That's right.
And
or the other side.
Or the other side.
Or the front.
So the cool thing is when we have our guests on our boat, I like putting it back here and then I let them monkey around with it. It's like a video game, right?
For sure.
So then they can look at the screen, you know, they can monkey around and spin this thing around. But the one thing I like, Tom, is what BeatDown did with this. They thought of everything. The breakaway, which is super cool, you know, it just automatically picks up if you run into something or bump something. I mean, it doesn't take anything. And then just the full-on rigidity and the build of that mount. It's, I mean, it's bulletproof. So not only that, Tom, but the design and the flexibility of the main pole itself, where you have adjustments at the top of the handle. You can adjust the height of the handle, but then you can also adjust the bottom breakaway piece as well.
That's right.
Which is really cool, because if then you're in taller water, you got to get down, or you got a taller boat per se, you can get below your boat still. So
one stop shop
really
for
like
that. You know, go ahead and pull that pin real quick. Just really little effort there. The biggest thing about this pole that no other pole on the market, to my knowledge, does is it goes back to that 90 degrees. If you don't understand why that makes a difference, just look at yours the next time you're out. You'll be able to see when you're turning that left and right, if that thing's cocked at all, you're not going to be looking straight the same way you were last time. You'll notice this falls right back into place, into that 90 degrees every single time. When you're ready to move down the lake, just throw it up, locks right into place. You can run down the lake, does not matter. So if you're looking for a total outfit for your multi-species boat, these console boats, things like that, or really any boat out there on the market, get creative, think about it, ask us what we can do to help, and we'll figure out a solution for you guys to really ultimately catch more fish, right? We're gonna go do just that. Get out here. It's a little windy out there, but we're gonna get after it. Hopefully the video was good as far as the audio and everything. And you know, check us out, BeatDownOutdoors.com. Anything else?
Man, again, thanks for helping me get outfitted with this stuff and just making our boat better. You know, our organization, we have a mission to be incredible and be extraordinary. You guys helped us with that, so thank you to you and BeatDown for taking care of us.
Absolutely, yeah. These guys, check them out on Facebook and all the stuff. Memories Made Outdoors. They take vets fishing all over the kind of Midwest area, northern Midwest, and they just take them out there, have a great experience, feed them, lodge them, take them fishing, all that good stuff. So we're really happy to be a partner with these guys and their whole organization. But until next time, if you guys got any questions, holler at us. You can reach me on all the social media channels, Tom Lloyd Jr. Fishing, and that's all we got for today.
Yeah,
but
let's go rip some lips.
Let's go rip some lips, and remember, can't beat a beat down. See you guys.